Sorry about
Yes, I know.
In climate action. From this convening emerged the AfroWalk Communique Action Plan, a strong action-oriented document developed through rigorous discussion, consensus building, and an inclusive approach. The communique placed on record Africa's collective call for one, ensuring women and children are represented meaningfully in the climate discourse. Indigenous knowledge, capacity building, technical inclusion, and equitable access to climate finance. Also embedding climate education at all levels and recognizing the intersections of climate risks with food security, migration, health, and peace. These aspirations were not meant to sit on paper. AfroWalk committed from its start to translating them into concrete interventions, partnerships, and policy influence. The adopted communique of AfroWalk fed into the first Africa Climate Summit declaration, ensuring that the concerns and innovations unified climate position. In Dubai, we leveraged the momentum to ensure the communique's priorities were across major forums, through dialogue, engaging global leaders, ambition, and accountability. Let us also remember the promise we made in 2023, that women and children no longer are peripheral voices in climate action. Let us now honor that promise by ensuring that young Africans are the engine of innovation and impact. So ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I welcome you all to AfroWalk 2025. May this plenary and the sessions that follow be filled with bold ideas, meaningful partnerships, and a renewed resolve to shape Africa's climate future together. I thank you all.
The way you stretch it, there's no way I can take it. No, one must be close, but when you stretch it, I want to get there.
I'm actually doing it for them. It's not my personal side.
I'm also doing it Bro. Go your right side.
How can you take it? Go back, as we come. I need to follow you. No, you for good.
So which one is your work? This one. So tell us about it. Well-preserved environment. So you have the houses and the trees. It's fantastic. Yeah.
This is not one man's cry. This is mother's call.
And we show up to answer. Now, if you can hear me, if technology will fail us,
our heartbeats will keep going on. That we gather at the center of this place where the Creator puts his. Why in the beginning he said, "Let there be light," and there was water. People we have gathered to share some dew and take back home to soothe ourselves.
0.5. Come here, sorry about.
Send us over. Yes, I know.
But your it's not an it's not the same.
I insist no.
So get up on this
I
side.
insist.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, shall we rise please for her exit?
Please come.
Toil of our forefathers. There's no place else we can call our home. This is it, beautiful Ghana. Again, I'd like to welcome you warmly to Ghana the beautiful, Ghana the great, Ghana the gate. And a responsive approach to developing long-lasting climate policy. We're calling on all of humanity to stand with the women and children of Africa as we take action now. Your Excellencies, Atiko Nimeke Name Nanano Akwaba Nyebake, distinguished.
Where dreams reside, a child's voice rises, filled with hope and pride. I stand before you with a message here about a precious planet in need of our care. The earth, our home, so fragile and pure, faces a challenge. One we must endure for the future of our world. But our actions have put nature's balance in demand. The earth cups melt, the seas rise high, and creatures struggle as their habitats dry. My friends, my mothers, my fathers, my siblings and my teachers, for there is still a chance to restore harmony with a united stance. Let's plant trees like nature's embrace and reduce our footprints with every embrace. Turn off the lights when they are not in use. Conserve water for its precious use. Walk or ride a bike instead of a car. Embrace sustainable living near and far. Recycle and reuse. Let wastefulness cease. Choose renewable energy for a future of peace. Together, we can make a difference. You see, for even a small child can change destiny. So let's join hands as we stand side by side, protecting our planet with love as our guide. For in the hands of a child lies the power to ignite a world where climate is balanced, shining ever so bright. I am Slam the poet, Africa's finest. Apenami, Empire, Oiwaladon, Medasi. Thank you.
In Africa. Chers enfants, chères femmes, aujourd'hui, nous célébrons vos voix, vos idées et votre pouvoir de transformation. Vous êtes la lumière des domaines et les bâtisseuses d'un monde.
Your Excellency, Ambassador, Canadian High Commissioner, representatives from all over the continent, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's both a privilege and a profound honor for me to be here today with you as we open AfroWalk 2025 under the theme, Young Voices, Innovative Ideas, and Greater Impact for Africa. As we convene today, it's important to reflect on our beginnings, our journey so far, and our aspirations as to what we're yet to achieve. When AfroWalk was launched in 2023, it was driven by a bold vision to amplify the voices of women and children in climate action. The inaugural conference convened about 800 participants, media, students, and private sector actors to deliberate under the theme, Amplifying the Voices of Women and Children in Climate Action. From this convening emerged the AfroWalk Communique Action Plan, a strong action-oriented document developed through rigorous discussion, consensus building, and an inclusive approach. The communique placed on record Africa's collective call for, one, ensuring women and children are represented meaningfully in the climate discourse. Indigenous knowledge, capacity building, technical inclusion, and equitable access to climate finance. Also embedding climate education at all levels and recognizing the intersections of climate risks with food security, migration, health, and peace. These aspirations were not meant to sit on paper. AfroWalk committed from its start to translating them into concrete interventions, partnerships, and policy influence. The adopted communique of AfroWalk fed into the first Africa Climate Summit Declaration, ensuring that the concerns and innovations unified climate position. In Dubai, we leveraged the momentum to ensure the communique's priorities were across major forums, through dialogue, engaging global leaders, and in a milestone moment, launching the Africa Women and Children Climate Fund, intended as a dedicated financing mechanism to support locally led initiatives. At COP28, AfroWalk convened a high-level dialogue built around the Communique Action Plan. We invited leaders, practitioners, and change agents to endorse, critique, and expand on our agenda. In partnership with the UNDP, we hosted a youth-centered dialogue, enabling 48 young African climate activists to deliberate, learn, and contribute to the global conversation. We also launched the Africa Students for Climate Action, ASCA, empowering students across 21 schools so far to engage with climate issues through education, innovation, and grassroots campaigns. These interventions placed AfroWalk on the global stage, anchored our thematic priorities, and elevated African women, youth, and children as active agents, not just passive beneficiaries or victims of climate change. And just recently at the Africa Climate Summit in Addis Ababa, AfroWalk hosted the Next Gen Youth Climate Forum, the single most attended youth event at the summit. In collaboration with continental partners, we created a space where young Africans deliberated on innovative, scalable solutions for climate resilience and justice. Through Next Gen, proving once again that young Africans are ready to lead. In doing so, young Africans are not only spectators, but core architects of Africa's climate future. We have, ladies and gentlemen, in a relatively few number of years, in fact, a couple of years, moved from vision to action. The communiqué's principle now guides our engagement in policy arenas and climate architectures. The Africa Women and Children Climate Fund is going to be a tangible instrument to support projects led by and for women and children. Africa students through primary, junior, and senior high schools. Our dialogues at both Africa Summits and at COP have given young Africans a seat at the decision-making table. But I must say, all of these achievements notwithstanding, we also have a long way to go. Many of the commitments of 2023 remain partially realized or aspirational, especially in terms of scaling funding so that we can reach everyone. We are dedicated to achieving full inclusivity across borders and sectors and translating dialogue into systemic reforms while we get fully funded activities going. So, distinguished guests, this year's theme, Young Voices, Innovative Ideas, Greater Impact for Africa, is not merely aspirational, it is an imperative. Young Voices, we must continue expanding platforms and advocacy at leaders, not just for tomorrow, but leaders for today. And innovative ideas, we must invest in scalable, locally driven solutions, especially those rooted in indigenous knowledge and youth creativity. And by so doing, I want us to have shared knowledge. We should speak to each other. As a continent, we can learn from each other, and that is what we want to do. And in terms of greater impact, we must connect these voices and ideas to policy financing and implementation to drive impact and transformation across the African continent. So as we open AfroWalk 2025, I call on all stakeholders, governments, civil society, international partners, and private sector, including academia and our young people. Let us all commit anew to translate dialogue into partnership, to direct resources towards Africa-led solutions, to ensure that every proposal we consider is assessed for its potential impact on women, children, and young people, and to leave this conference with action, not just words, with commitment, ambition, and accountability. Let us also remember the promise we made in 2023, that women and children no longer are peripheral voices in climate action. Let us now honor that promise by ensuring that young Africans are the engine of innovation and impact. So, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I welcome you all to AfroWalk 2025. May this plenary and the sessions that follow be filled with bold ideas, meaningful partnerships, and a renewed resolve to shape Africa's climate future together. I thank you all.
Thank you very much, Her Excellency H.E.Samira Bawumia, Chair and Founder AfroWalk and former Second Lady of the Republic of Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, our first Goodwill message will be from the Canadian High Commission to Ghana. Her Excellency Miriam.
Hey, you people, you're not standing. Why? Photo J. AfroWalk. And now some round, wild applause.
doesn't come easy. It's women and children business. Now the young people are here. Let's take our selfies. We've got our hashtags. Let's take some selfies. Everybody remember to take a selfie. This will get you some followers. For those of you born before computers, this is a fine time to try. Take a few photos. And I want to hear the young people. Where are you? Come to the front. Come. Where are the young women? Actually, want to people here. Come and show them that we know how to do it. Come.
Good morning. It's amazing to be in this conference room with our children, with the young people, with the Gen Zs. Wonderful to be here. Her Excellency Samira Bawumia, former Second Lady of the Republic of Ghana and Chair and Founder of AfroWalk. Distinguished guests.
We talk, the more we realize that we're not just about the talk, and there's plenty of action as well. What a beautiful, successful opening ceremony for the Africa Women and Children Conference 2025. We couldn't have done it without you. No pledge. We're going to check out the exhibition and then we're going to come back for a high-level panel discussion before we go and eat the lunch that His Excellency. Why don't we come up with a round of applause, picture taking for all our dignitaries.
Question, please. Here, right ahead. That's where the students are.
Finally met my
You can go through straight. Just go straight to the students. Hello. Please excuse
Why aren't we doing it systematically? Why? Okay, we'll come back to this. She stepped out. Oh, too bad. Hello.
no way I can take it. No, one must be close, but when you stretch it, I want to get there.
I'm actually really prepared. It's not my intention. How can you take it? No. If you go back, as we come, I need to follow you. No, you can go. So which one is your work? This one. So tell us about it. Well-preserved environment. So you have the houses and the trees. It's fantastic. Yeah.
This is a factory that produces a lot of foods into the atmosphere. With the help of the carbon absorber, we process the carbon dioxide into oxygen, which reduces the rate of sickness and diseases in the environment, and also reduces the rate of climate change.
To clean air. Right. So the digester turns the carbon dioxide into clean air. Right.
And which energy are you using Which energy are you using? Is it solar energy to keep it, or battery or something? Which energy? Battery.
So you have to use solar.
To make it more
technical. Use solar to be complete.
Right.
Thank you.
That's my school.
And that's why you were interested. You said action motor. I'll bring my school as well. Equal opportunity, no favoritism.
Outside.
Please go back. Okay.
Jay Carter. Hello. Hello, Mama. Yes, this is beautiful. Okay, well, speak for yourself. Lovely to see you. How are you? She makes the beautiful dresses. I wear her clothes sometimes. She uses some photo sets. Right? What is yes?
She does it so well. So what we do is we try to do the upcycling and then the recycling process, where the end of whatever begins on the international market is where we start, which we do not leave out our primary product, which is the juice. So the juice is the cocoa sacs that we recycle into products. And we are very mindful of the kind of fabrics we're working with. So we're doing things that are reducing the carbon footprint as well as reducing emission of waste. So this is one of our shirts. We're actually running a campaign currently on responsible consumption. And that is what we call Hello Sir, one of our shirts, which is 100% linen. And jute. Yes. And we have the same thing on the campaign with what we did and a few months back. We call the Blues of Sweat. So this is the natural raffia. So we currently in our quest of things, this is raffia. We like to hear the natural things of everything we do. So we whisper it into it. With it